Do you really think you could stop wars with your ideals alone? Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Chronicles in Collecting, where we are going to take a look at the Metal Robot Spirits Impulse Gundam. This figure came out in May 2021 and retailed for about $140. The Impulse Gundam is the suit used by one of the main characters, Shin Asuka, for the first half of the anime Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny, which ran for 50 episodes from 2004 to 2005 and was later edited into 4 compilation movies. The show was then remastered and released as Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny HD. There are also a number of spin-off mangas and OVAs. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny was not the best show and definitely not as good as Gundam Seed, but it had some really cool mobile suits. Let's get to unboxing it. So the Force Impulse Gundam is actually a pretty cool Gundam, and it has kind of a unique gimmick compared to some of the other kind of Gundams in the universe. It's kind of loosely based on the original RX-79, which sort of had a functionality where it was stored in parts. So you had kind of the core fighter, which was like a fighter jet, and then it would combine, you know, like with the legs and the arms and all that jazz. So this Force Impulse is sort of taking a little bit of a riff on that. So you have the core Splendor, and then it basically kind of transforms into this Gundam that you see in front of you. And then on top of that, it kind of has all of these sort of upgrade packs that it's able to use. So this Force Impulse Gundam, which is called the Force, it's the X56S/Alpha. So I think what's kind of special about this guy is that it has this pack right here. And this is, you know, it's supposed to give it more mobility because it has these like wings and some thrusters or something on it. We could also take a look at some of the other stuff that's included in there. This is a really nice shield. I really like the coloring on that. There's also some other cool weapons here, which I'm going to ignore until tomorrow when we take a look at sort of the combined pose that this can do with the Freedom. And then you kind of have your normal assortment of hands. You have this other like ridiculously huge sword, and just sort of to give a point of comparison as to how big this sword is, you know, it's bigger than the suit itself, so definitely be doing a pose with that. All right, and we are back. I actually really enjoyed playing around with this figure, kind of throw it on the stand. Just wanted to give you a full view of the wings, but we'll get a little closer in here for the rotation. I felt that the joints really held in place, but they weren't too stiff. The neck joint was actually a little stiff because I was trying to create a pose that I saw in the box, and I was like, I don't know if I want to break the head moving this, but once you kind of got it, jiggle it out of the way, it was able to kind of move freely and kind of, you know, kind of do the looking down pose. The wings are cool. They're pretty flexible. You can kind of go out with these and you can go up and down with these as you see fit. The hands I thought were going to be a huge problem because I looked at the peg that was on the hand and I looked at the hole it had to go into and I was like, no way this is going to happen. But it actually did. I guess the plastic was soft enough. You know, there's not a ton to this figure. I think the shield has some really nice detailing. The wings are not super complex, but they're nice. And I really like the sword. The detailing on the figure is nice. You know, it's got all of its various acronyms and numbers and you know, and this, that, and the other thing, and it's got a custom base, so really not much to add to that. It also comes with a few additional pieces, but like I said, that's for the Freedom versus Impulse kind of battle reenactment, which we're going to take a look at in tomorrow's episode. Thanks so much for watching. I normally do figure reviews on Wednesday and new anime reviews go up on Monday, but please join me tomorrow for a special episode, part 3 in our Impulse versus Freedom series, where we're going to finally take a look at the Freedom versus the Force Impulse Gundam. Thanks so much and keep collecting.